And we're live again. Yep, everything should be as it is. The connection is stable for once. Let's hope it stays like that way. And today we are going to be playing at least one Naval EC match. Maybe two, depending on how long it takes. And this will be my lineup. The gearing to start off with. Then probably transitioning into the Pensacola. Then the Cleveland or Newport News, depending on what I can get. And the Alaska being the best ship against spawn. I am considering replacing the Newport News with an aircraft, though. I don't think... I do have some aircraft that could be of use. Let's actually see if I have any better ones. Yeah, one is stock for me, so that would do. I think I'll just stick with the ships and nothing else. So let's just get right into it. That is, unless anybody wants to join me for the Naval EC. Let me actually just double check again. It is currently a realistic battle Naval EC. So slow torpedoes and slow ships. Okay, Tyson wants to join. Are you just in my friends list? Oh boy. Are you still in my squadron? Yes. Well, let's see if he'll join then. Well, you're in a match, aren't you, probably? Reference list. Just going online, okay. Okay, I'll just wait a minute then. See if anybody else wants to join as well. There we go. I'll give it 2 more minutes to see if anybody else wants to join, and then we'll jump straight into an EC match. Do you have any of the camos yet for the gearing? No, that's a shame. Something to work towards then soon. Yeah. Just ready up whenever, Deutschland, and we'll get ready to join the EC match. But I think we'll just be the 2 of us to jump straight into it. Yep, I think I'll just launch the 2 of us into a match already. Take part. From what I remember, the ECQ can take a while though. I'll cancel. Right off the bat you can't. I think, unless you already know the map, I think the first carrier spawns at certain points. I'm not too familiar with Naval Sea myself. Although when you spawn in, you can usually see them already. It's just that you have to get within a certain range for them to be spotted on the map, or to be given as a objective. Yep. Yep. I mean, you have to spawn a tube destroyer first anyways. If you're joining... Yeah, if you're joining an EC match, you just always have to spawn a destroyer. Until you get enough spawn points, it is. And now we just wait. Ah, like repair cost terms of cheap, not spawn point cost, yeah. Any premium will do then, because any premium ships always have a reduced repair cost compared to Tech 3 ships. We can only hope. We can only hope. What I do remember though is I probably don't have the option of join already ongoing battles on, which might just make this queue quite a bit longer for EC. Don't most 5.0 cruisers have a floatplane? Actually, no, it's just Enterprise. The Omahas have one, the Gumas have one. Do the Russians? Yeah, the Russians don't. Only the Kirovs have scout planes for the Russians. The German one doesn't have either. The Italians? No, I don't think so. They have pretty late floatplanes too. I can actually... Where is it that you can join? Is it common battle settings? Yes. Yes. Let's see if that'll reduce the queue time a bit. It does not apply to ECQ? Oh. Okay. We're just having a long queue time anyways. Also, can I actually do these talks? No, I can't now. Oof. Yeah, my Alaska and my Newport News aren't spaded, and not having the improved rangefinder, especially in EC, is going to be a bit painful on the Alaska. It should be alright. The other boats are all spaded. Preferably I would have had an Atlanta instead of like the Pensacola for a 5-3 cruiser. But I think the gearing is, yeah, the gearing is in the same cruise slot as my Atlanta. Don't know what else do I have in the Pensacola slot. Actually, I can tell what I have in the Pensacola slot if we go to crew qualifications. I have a Fletcher, but that's not really that good. Well, I guess as many people tend to joke, this is the true naval experience. Sitting at a queue for quite a few minutes. Alright then. I would have also preferably played the arcade EC because it's a bit more fun, in my opinion. Because you still don't have any markers above enemy vessels. But the torpedoes are way faster and you actually have a torpedo warning that's decently, you know, timely. Torpedo warning that's actually useful. And the ships are also, I think, faster and more agile in the arcade EC. Hello there, Nick. Yeah, the ammo is discounted as well. That's nice. Ship speed isn't increased, okay. I could have sworn that the explosive armament doesn't reload either in arcade EC. Unless of course you're on caps. Which every single port is a cap, but oh well. What exactly am I missing for Alaska again? Don't have VT for Alaska. Don't have any of those upgrades. Alrighty. You do? Oh well, they won't in a realistic battle EC at least. The Newport News was a bit of a I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to take this or anything else. Like I have the Brooklyn I could take instead, but then why take the Cleveland? Okay, what was on the Cleveland slots again? The Sumner. I could swap a few things around. I could put the Sumner there, a Brooklyn here, and then I could actually take the Atlanta. But then what do I do for Pensacola? Fargo, I guess. If you're talking about premium ships, I don't really have any recommendations. Also in the queue anyways. Although what I can say is if you're looking for premium ships to get, I can recommend you those premium ships in general, not specifically because of the sale. Wilkinson can be fun, but it is cheap, which is quite nice is a plus for it. It's a fun destroyer, although not for everybody. Frank Knox, 100% get if you want to grind early America. Frank Knox is definitely a good choice. Much better over the Moffat in my opinion. Helena, if you have the money for it, sure. Helena's not a bad ship. Oop, I can't actually look at the other nations though. Coastal premiums are really tough to try and have an opinion on. The shells to use for the American 6-inch guns are pretty much all the same. Just use the base fuse high explosives, generally what you want to use. In my experience, they're the most effective, although it has been a while since I played these American 6-inch light cruisers. AP I generally just use when I'm really close to a target, if I want to just go through belts of heavy cruisers. But base fuse high explosives want to use if you just want to spam shells at ships. Base fuse high explosives. London. The thing is, if you're asking me questions about what is good for EC, you're actually coming to the wrong guy. I don't play EC at all. Yep. Speaking of which, we just got into a match. It's also been too long since I played the British heavy cruisers. But in EC, in general, it is not your goal to stick in a heavy cruiser. Your goal is to spawn your battleships as soon as possible. I genuinely do not recommend playing EC if you do not have any battleships in your lineup, because you will guaranteed face a battleship at some point during an EC match. Ooh, that's not good. We're facing a few squads right off the bat. Spawn there.
Secure the ship for sea. Engines, flank speed. Starboard all.
Hard starboard, aye.
Excellent.
Helm, midships.
Helm midships, aye.
Ooh, the fastest nation to grind a battleship. That's actually a good one, because I don't know.
Board your helm.
It's definitely not Britain. Britain has a very big blue water tree. It takes a while to work through them. What is the... Russia is probably the one, because that's the one you see all those friend invite bots try to do. What does Russia have for their... I'd have to actually check in the tech trees what the smallest one is to get to the battleships. Italy could do as well, but Italy is a lot more difficult to grind through because of their mediocre ships, whilst Russia definitely has very good ships.
Action stations. Enemy spotted.
Germany could be pretty short, I guess. But I think... So I'm not entirely sure if it's a problem for all German ships, but I've run into a problem with German ships where I'm spading all my ships before I unlock the next one. That's a bit painful if you try and grind stuff. Virginia. Yes, Deutschland.
Attention to the map.
Yep. Do you have it? Ah, yeah, I see the convoy spawn down there. It's either, I think, is the friendly carrier there? There's some kind of AI there. Yep, the carrier spawned over there.
Attention to the designated grid square.
I think it's actually a friendly convoy there that we have to protect.
Attack the B point. Move after me. Destroy the target.
Spading everything is how I research stuff. Because you get bonuses for every tier of modifications you unlock on a vehicle.
Destroyer. Bearing 240.
I also find that spading every single vehicle you own, while it can be quite tedious, is just gives you a good reason to play most ships you unlock, or vehicles you unlock in general.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 240.
Yeah. I really want to unlock all the coastal vessels, but I cannot be bothered. Genuinely.
Target
If there's aircrafts, there is aircraft spotted.
Bearing 2.
It is a scout plane. Really close. I was completely not paying attention to my radar.
Bearing 60. 13,000.
Lead. I have a radar, so I might as well use it to get a lead on this target. There we go.
Excellent!
helm. Harder starboard.
Harder starboard. Aye.
Take him down!
Target identified. Carrier.
Bearing 280.
I am a bit concerned at the fact that
Bearing
we're basically the only squad here.
10,000 meters.
Helm midships. Aye.
Commencing attack.
Target
Whilst they have a 3-man and a 2-man squad.
Bearing 300. 11,000 meters.
engines. 1/3.
Enemy carrier has been spotted all the way over there on the map.
Destroyer.
Bearing 280. 12,000 meters.
My objective is going to be the ports.
Bearing 300. 11,000
That guy, really? No? Where? Ah, there.
Destroyer.
Okay.
Bearing 260. 11,000
Let's put my gunners on anti-air duties again, just in case. Yeah, I'm literally just... That's a 4-7, so they could spawn that in already. Yeah. Fletcher does have a vulnerable rear mag. But I'm just gonna try and push towards F as fast as possible.
Bearing 300. 10,000 meters.
Take him down!
Destroyer. Bearing 360. 12,000 meters.
Target.
I think it's about time we shoot that guy.
9,000 meters.
Starboard your helm.
Is that a Kako? No, it's a destroyer right in the...
Somebody attack him!
right in that hill. He just went behind cover again. There's a Kako there as well, oh boy.
And loot.
Bit of luck, I can actually still shoot over this island. Nope, not anymore.
Destroyer. Bearing 240.
Port your helm.
Gonna zoom them up in a bit.
Naval vessel.
Bearing 300. 9,000 meters.
I just saw some markers, I think. Although there's nothing on my radar, so I shouldn't be worried. As long as you have AP, you should be able to deal with it.
Carrier.
I think.
Bearing 260.
I remember I was playing another group of people a while back, and I was playing the Akizuki. Yeah, you can't do anything to coast artillery with just high explosive. Like even bombing the coastal artillery is quite difficult in EC. There's an Italian destroyer, the Commandante or Commandanti, I don't know. One thing I have to be careful though is not to spam all my shells too quickly. because you'll run out of them quite fast in Naval EC.
Enemy cruiser. Bearing 280. 6,000 meters. Shells on target.
Target identified. Naval vessel.
300.
The guy's pretty much already sunk, so let's try and finish it off. There we go. Oh, hello, Z-47?
Destroyer.
I got my bridge whilst I was on a turn. Always fun.
Repair station.
There goes my rear turret.
Vessel out of control. Enemy destroyed. Direct hit.
Torpedoes out from the Z-47.
Begin damage control.
I'm not too worried about them though.
Enemy hit. Repair station.
Indeed, I might be caught by the torpedo net on the cap. That is, if I don't get into it.
We are damaged.
I keep forgetting about the torpedo net on the Naval EC. Trying to hit his engines there. There we go.
Enemy listing and
Port all.
Hardport, aye.
enemy destroyed.
Commencing attack.
Direct hit.
Engaging the enemy.
Helm. Midships.
Don't have any line of sight on that cuckoo.
Target identified. Carrier.
Bearing 260.
Destroy the target.
Okay, so yeah, those torpedoes are definitely still a threat.
Starboard your helm.
There they are.
Aye. Steer
But I
starboard.
think they're not gonna hit. There's one actually as well. When I zoom out, you can see the trails vaguely. Because being inside of a cap means you're within the torpedo net offset cap.
Helm.
So you are definitely still a target for those torpedoes. If I can see them.
Destroyer. Bearing
The enemy destroyers ahead, but I think they're the AI ones.
Target identified. Naval vessel.
bearing 280. 7,000 meters.
I think the one big benefit though about playing AC is that I don't think there are many bots in here, many zombies. So if you want to fight actual players again, just
Destroyer.
play Naval EC.
260. 9,000 meters.
Where are those torpedoes? I think if the torpedoes weren't caught, I would have already been hit by them. Oh, if I do, hold on, if it is this, you know that target?
Naval vessel.
Bearing
See, it doesn't have a name.
00.
I know that's one of the normal AIs then. Like one of the AI destroyers that are just protecting the ports, because they're just
Bearing
ship type, whilst if you're hovering over a player,
5,000 meters.
it'll mention their name.
Bearing 220.
Starboard your helm. Target identified.
340. 1,000 meters.
Aye. Steer starboard.
Engines. All back. Target identified. Bomber.
Bearing
Yeah, I know what the coastal artillery is.
8,000 meters.
Right.
Bearing 240.
Starboard. All.
Hard
Shells on fire.
Helm.
Hardport, aye. Helm midships, aye.
Come on. Takes quite a few salvos, but I can knock him out at least. That's a recon plane. I'm too worried about it. Actually, what recon is it? The Italian one doesn't carry bombs, so I really don't have to worry about it.
Take him down! Need backup!
Damage control to the flooded compartment.
Yeah, I saw there was already a player spawning, but I'm going to deal with these ghost artillery guns. Yeah, it is a bit odd that the enemy team hasn't come to spawn in here. Although I say that. These coastal guns, really.
Target identified.
You might have to deal with that destroyer there. Because these coastal batteries are, I think, preventing us from capturing points as well. So it's quite important to knock them out. Lost my bridge, so I can't steer the vessel. And he's been destroyed.
Engines. Flank speed.
Now there are still other coastal batteries around this corner. Oh, actually there's one right there.
Engaging the enemy.
Engines.
Repair station. Steering damage. Out of control.
Damage control to stations.
Attacking.
Come on. A few more hits should do. There we go. And we are capturing the point.
Repair station. We are critically damaged.
And whilst capturing the point, they should not be able to spawn back here anymore.
Well done. On me. Attack the B point. Cover me.
Oh, what can I spawn in? Can I already spawn my Alaska as well? No, I can spawn my Cleveland. I mean, if you want to, Deutschland, you can.
Awesome.
I can actually, yeah, I can spawn my 6-3s as well.
Helmet chips. Aye.
Excellent.
Critical damage. Damage party to bridge.
Oh, excellent.
I think the enemy might have focused down, like, the convoy spawn a bit too much.
0-0. 5,000 meters.
Yeah, they just allowed us to capture a point.
Port your helm.
No.
Aye. Steer port.
Roger that. Attack the B point. Destroy hostile troops.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna keep it gearing.
Take him down.
Although, you know what I should do? I should J out here and spawn a fresh gearing. Because 14% crew is not going to last. But then,
All hands.
no.
Abandon ship.
I want to spawn the gearing so I have enough spawn points for the Alaska soon enough. Hello there.
Attacking.
Target identified.
Steer starboard.
Shells on top. Forward your helm. Enemy hit. Damage control to repair parties.
Let's destroy his open turrets, so we switch to the VT just to knock out all of his turrets. Or try to at least.
Attack him.
breaches again as well. Oh, hello.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Oh, by the way, I believe the match doesn't end by capturing all the ports. Or does it actually end by that? Because they should still have another spawn point. No, they don't.
Repair station. Steering damage. Vessel out of control.
Oh, really? Might have been a while back though, then it went... There should be always a spawn point for a destroyer left somewhere on the map is the thing.
Repair parties, begin damage control.
Aye, steer starboard.
Somebody, cover me.
Yeah, as with 3-inch guns that is possible, although not likely. I think you can hold back a PJ2 by hitting the bridge with a 3-inch guns, probably. I don't think you can genuinely break the hull if you should do a 3-inch gun.
Port your helm.
Aye, steer port.
I refuse.
Oh, hull break is a hull break, I guess.
Target identified.
Could you imagine being a 2-man squad and immediately complaining?
Thank you.
Like, the thing is that these maps aren't rigged, they're just not spawning at their forward capture points.
Commencing attack.
Carrier.
At least we didn't have to wait 45 minutes like they did.
Keep it up and victory will be ours. Somebody attack him.
That smoke screen should help against the Akazuki, that's for sure. It was a well set smoke screen. Oh, not a Moffat. Oh, it's one of those people as well. Yeah, no, don't play Moffat. Don't spawn a Moffat, that's not gonna work. That is, if I can actually hit the ammo rack, come on. Relock my guns are not behaving properly. That should do it. Nope. Just shoot the engines. Just crew kill it. Something is not adding up. My shells are hitting higher than they're showing. How have I not hit his engines yet? Come on. There we go.
We are damaged. Enemy vessel. Sunk.
But that should be enough for my Alaska, yep.
Target identified.
Bearing 340. 5,000 meters. Ship run aground. All hands. Engine is knocked out. Vessel is adrift.
Somebody attack him.
Destroyer. Bearing 2,000 meters. We have been critically damaged.
Damage control. Target identified. Destroyer.
Come on.
Rigs exiting.
What are my shells even hitting? I do not understand. Are they hitting high? They are hitting high.
Shells on target. All hands. We have been critically damaged. Enemy listing and losing speed.
Somebody attack him.
Starboard your helm.
He still has spawn protection, but that would have otherwise been a very good shot, I think. There we go.
Light cruiser. Bearing 260.
Moffat is not the thing you want to spawn for close range engagements. At all.
Aye, steer port. Repair station.
See, now they're doing what they should be doing, and they're spawning at these points over and over again. Moffat, don't do this to yourself, man. Don't. Come on, I can detonate him again. Come on. Nope. But now there's an Alaska on its way.
All hands, abandon ship.
Alaska spawns there.
Destroyed the enemy's base. Now,
You know what? Let's actually use the sap shells on the 5-inch guns.
Light cruiser. Bearing 60. 11,000 meters.
Action stations, enemy spotted. Starboard, all.
Hard starboard, aye.
Helm, midships.
Helm midships, aye.
just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
You do still have to be kind of careful now, though, with the with trying to push into gaps when people are continuously spawning destroyers in it. And that is their torpedoes. Can be really lethal. Also, we are having the classical lag that occurs from EC. Ship is crawling forwards. Could it maybe be whatever the thing that is, just firing all of its small arms in the air.
Bearing 220.
Ah yeah, it's anti-air firing at our AI planes over here.
Bearing
It's doing it.
20. 3,000 meters.
Take him down.
Yeah, no, this is just the... That's the one thing EC still struggles in, and that's performance. Like, it'll tank performance really quickly.
Attacking.
I'm gonna put my 5-inch guns will be... Oh, my 5-inch guns are under direct control, even better. So if you're in a battleship/battlecruiser shooting at destroyers, what you do is you, especially for the mobs, I'm not gonna aim for his ammo rack, I'm going to aim to just put the shells straight through his entire ship.
Have the advantage.
With a ship like this you can just one-shot some destroyers.
Need cover. Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Starboard your helm.
Aye, steer starboard.
Just get around this corner.
Helm, hard starboard.
Destroyer. Bearing 320. 2,000 meters.
Come on.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Yeah, since I'm the battleship in this engagement, I should probably deal with that Omaha.
Attacking. Launching an attack.
That's bit too far forward, too far to the left.
60.
Yeah, if I sit outside of the capture point, outside of the torpedo net, I am impervious to torpedoes.
Target identified.
I am well aware.
340.
That is as long as they are within the torpedo net.
Enemy listing. Direct hit. Enemy hit. Direct hit.
Target identified.
And there goes all of his engines. Or not.
Shells on target.
Starboard, all.
Commencing attack.
Enemy vessel sunk.
Need cover.
Enemy hit.
Target
There's
identified.
an enemy battleship somewhere. Oh,
360.
it's a cruiser. There's a battleship of Wyoming.
Bearing 260. 7,000 meters.
Yeah, it is the Moffat player. But what we do is we just bully him into submission then. If we can actually hit him properly.
Light cruiser. Bearing 340. 6,000 meters. We are damaged. Enemy hit.
And there goes the Wyoming. The Wyoming is a detonation risk.
Cruiser.
Bearing 340. 6,000 meters.
Especially with his bow lifted in the air because he ran himself aground. That is most certainly a detonation risk.
Here hit.
Not that the Alaska is really any better when under fire from other battleships.
Enemy hit.
Somebody attack him.
Direct hit.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Bearing 340.
The ranging is doing some funny business there.
We are
I mean, the Wyoming's guns are pretty competitive as well. He's gonna try and launch torpedoes at me, isn't he? Or he already has.
naval vessel.
Oh, come on, that should have been a detonation.
Somebody attack him.
There we go.
Engine. All.
Yep, and the thing is, all the batteries might be gone, but we need to think all their ships present as well.
Enemy vessel sunk. Enemy hit.
Which, when you have a battle cruiser against light cruisers and destroyers, is definitely not that difficult. Detonation? Detonation.
Shells on target. Target destroyed.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Bearing 340. 5,000.
Taken down.
Engine. All.
Direct hit. Enemy listed.
Another guy's going down. More torpedoes being launched my direction. But again, I should be outside of the torpedo net whilst they're within it. Anyways, I'm going to still move. I am failing to actually hit the magazines.
Target identified. Destroyer. Starboard all.
Hard starboard.
Target on fire.
Helm midships. Aye.
Now, how long of this do you think it'll take for them to just leave this match?
Compartment.
Also, there is still a coastal battery up. Yeah.
40. 3,000 meters. Enemy listing and losing.
More torpedoes.
Restore watertight integrity. Target identified.
360. 5,000.
I am shocked that it wasn't a detonation.
Prepare parties. Prepare parties.
Naval vessel.
coastal battery. There it is.
Enemy hit!
Attention to the designated grid square.
On target! Listing and losing speed!
Target identified.
Yeah.
Air attack alert!
Target identified. Destroyer.
Yeah. Good to see that my anti-air gunners didn't notice an F-82. At all. But I have more than enough spawn points to spawn the Alaska 2 more times. So I just keep going. They still have their team, it's just that, well,
Target identified.
our entire fleet of cruisers and battle cruisers is moving on that cap whilst they're just spawning a destroyer over and over and over again.
Critical damage. Damage party
I don't actually know where the rest of their team is, because it's only that squad of 2 that seems to be spawning there. I guess they're just all in the outskirts there.
destroyer. Bearing 240. 6,000 meters.
Repairing. Engaging the enemy.
I will say, if you did manage to get that close to an Alaska, that is quite impressive. Also, my anti-air gunners never opened up on him. It is a good early warning system if you keep an eye on it, but I was not keeping an eye on it.
Destroyer. Bearing 260. 8,000 meters.
Well done.
And we are capturing the point. So yeah, that's another point they cannot spawn at.
Target
And we keep
identified.
pushing
Heavy cruiser.
further.
Bearing 260.
Excellent. Bravo. Bravo.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
Take him down. Thank you very much.
Another zone captured.
Sadly, my Alaska is kind of stuck when it comes to speed, so it's a bit of a gonna be a long sail to try and get to Bravo. And E is also not really a good capture point to try and spawn at, because you spawn so far in that lake, whatever you call it, hamlet, fjord, whatever. So you have to go all the way around if you want to try and spawn a capital ship there. Whilst here you just go in a straight line. Is that a Prince Eugen or the Hipper of any kind?
Bearing 280. 7,000 meters.
The thing is, you do actually have to be kind of careful about these ships on the flank. But that Blagorodny is well within range of my secondaries.
Direct hit.
That was a good hit on that Hipper from range.
Hit. Direct hit. Destroyer.
There aren't any enemies left here, right? Nope.
6,000 meters.
Well done.
Okay, now I'm at 40 miles, have my eyes on him, so he should not be able to get too close. But let's see the frame rate drop.
Hard upon.
Destroy the target. Destroy the target.
Air attack alert.
Yeah, there we go. Although I think he actually flew into the gearing rather than getting killed. Okay. Is it one of our friends in the... It is.
14,000
You don't have to tell me. I don't plan to go around the island a bit. Has to be able to go broadside. Not enough lead.
Ship. Target identified. Light cruiser.
bearing. 7,000 meters. Here, hit. Direct hit.
Hello. Buddy in the
5,000
German destroyers. I'm gonna wait.
Target identified.
You know what? I think this lead is accurate. That's looking good.
4,000 meters.
And that is a destroyer obliterated in one salvo.
Enemy hit. Losing speed. Shells on target.
Oh, enemy torpedo.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 260. 4,000 meters. Target destroyed.
Oh, we have a Nevada around. That's interesting.
Your helm.
Seems the enemy is not too happy. I'm just gonna shoot the engines.
Enemy hit.
Because I cannot seem to be getting the ammo racks on the Moffats at the moment. I see him launching torpedoes. Also, Deutschland, you are almost blocking my shells, to be honest. You need to get out of here. Also, that's Nakazuki. Him launching torpedoes will be very dangerous. So let's launch a full broadside at him. There we go.
Shells on target.
Somebody attack him. Somebody.
Should be sinking Moffat. We'll fire the main guns anyway, because why wouldn't I?
Target identified. Destroyer.
Can't see anything. Well, I think we found where their team is. God knows what they were doing over here all this time, but yeah, found them. Torpedo nets are only around capture points, around the ports. And when you start seeing that you're like in the range of the capture point, into the, you know, when the little corners go around it, when you're capturing a point, then you've passed the torpedo net. The torpedo net should be the same as the border of the capture point. Oh, Jesus.
Damage control to repair parties. Restore watertight integrity.
All hands. We have been critically damaged. Targets destroyed. We are damaged.
Oop, was the torpedoes going in front of me? Okay.
Critically damaged.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 300.
I am flooding severely. Apparently I ate the torpedo without even knowing it.
Repairing.
Destroyer. Bearing 3. 6,000 meters.
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be
Target identified. Destroyer.
300. 6,000
Damage control to repair parties. Restore watertight integrity.
enemy
Go.
losing destroyer. Bearing 200. 15,000 meters.
Somebody attack him.
Damage control to stations.
We are damaged. Near hit.
Identified. Light cruiser.
Oh, there's a Kutches over there.
9,000 meters. Destroyer.
Next up will be the Kuchizov.
Light cruiser!
Bearing 300. 1,000 meters. Direct hit.
That guy's going down.
Target identified! Light cruiser!
And Kuchizov should be next.
006.
Starboard your helm!
Aye, steer starboard.
Too high. That's not good. There goes something.
Bearing 60.
Target identified! Destroyer!
Bearing
I'm just gonna fire a salvo at this armada to get him off my back.
enemy hit. We are damaged.
Target identified! Light cruiser!
5,000 meters.
That Kuchizov should be going down. He is going down.
1,000 meters. Enemy hit.
Target identified! Destroyer!
Oh, my radar has been knocked out. That's good. Let's try and get him back up soon.
Damage control to repair party! Compartment!
Goes on target.
Switches!
Direct hit. Enemy destroyed.
Target identified! Destroyer!
340. 3,000 meters.
And you know what? I'll go behind the little island, I think.
We are damaged.
Somebody attack him.
Because that'll give me a little reprieve from incoming fire.
Take him down.
Aye, steer port.
And maybe allow me to repair some stuff. I really wanted the radar back and running, really.
Begin damage control!
There's so many of them.
Target identified!
5,000 meters. All hands. We have been critically damaged. Enemy hit. Direct hit.
Yeah. Seems that all their ships are just here.
1,000 meters. Losing. Shells on target.
Target identified! Destroyer!
360.
You need
4,000 meters.
Engine! Two-turn!
coast.
All hands. We have been critically damaged. Shells on target.
Somebody attack him.
Enemy. Losing speed.
Attention to the
There we
designated
go.
zone.
Light cruiser.
Should be in cover for a while now. My radar should be back. No, I'm still repairing.
Helm portal. Aye. Helm midships. Aye.
Gramercy.
Target identified! Destroyer!
Bearing 320.
Why is my radar not coming back?
1,000 meters.
Engines! All astern!
All hands. We have been critically.
Yep, there it is.
Agree.
I know I have to turn it on. I just was pressing my keybind for it and was not turning back on. But now it's turned back on.
Enemy listening. Losing speed.
Nope, I did not want to fire that salvo, but it's fine. I still have 1,232 shells left.
6,000 meters. Enemy destroyed.
Starboard your helm!
Aye. Steer starboard.
Target identified! Destroyer!
Bearing 340. 3,000 meters.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
We
Ooh, that's gonna be good. Yeah, that's a good old salvo into the Moffat.
Enemy hit.
Yeah, that's a dead one.
Shells on target.
Anything more forward? Nope. I'm gonna ping that plane though. Warn them of an incoming.
360. 6,000 meters.
Destroy the target.
Bearing 360. 2,000 meters. All hands. We have been critically damaged.
Affirmative.
Direct
Yeah, this guy's still afloat.
Target identified.
bearing 360. 2,000 meters.
Let's see if we can make this turn.
Shells on target. All hands. Critically damaged. Enemy hit.
We are rubber banding once more.
Direct hit.
One of the guns in the main second turret have been destroyed. Let's repair that.
Direct hit.
A little more effort and victory will be yours.
Shells on target. All hands. We have been critically damaged.
Hell, midship.
Your spawn is our literal objective.
9,000
Literally.
meters. Dangerous shallows ahead.
Oh no.
Somebody attack him.
Shells
Ooh, I should eat it. Actually, I can dodge that.
machinery.
Ooh, that's gonna be close. But I can dodge it.
All hands. We have been critically damaged. Enemy listening. I'm losing speed. Dangerous shallows ahead. Shells on target.
Port your... Stay port. Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 4,000 meters. Direct hit.
The thing is, port spawns do turn off as soon as you start capturing a point, is the thing. They didn't used to. That's even... They didn't always used to switch off before, but they do now.
Identified. Destroyer.
Yeah. You just have to attrition them at a rate where you can just keep pushing into them.
Port all. Hard port. Aye. Damage control to repair parties. Flooded compartment.
Those shells are all a bit high. Never mind, he just got detonated.
4,000 meters. Enemy hit.
Target identified. Destroyer.
There go most of my secondaries, but that's fine.
Damage control to firefighting crew. Burning compartments.
Keep it up and victory will be yours.
It seems that guy has not yet realized that we literally have to push into the spawn. For the objective.
Spotted on the enemy ship.
Doing well.
Repair parties. Begin damage control.
Cruiser. Bearing 5,000 meters.
It is kind of difficult for them because their destroyer spawn is actually in between us and their port. We have to go past them somehow.
All hands. We have been critically damaged.
Aye. Stay port. Target identified.
Bearing 340. 5,000 meters.
Aye. Stay starboard.
I think somebody has realized a little bit too late that there's just an Alaska starting to push up. But you're not going to get those torpedoes away. Rubber banding again.
5,000 meters.
And there goes the detonation.
Enemy hit. Enemy vessel sunk.
Destroyer.
I mean, they're not ignoring me. They're most certainly not ignoring me. Also, that bomb is gonna be dangerous. But I have plenty more Alaskas where this one came from. Oh, there's a ship on that side. Beaches of. Do they have a spawn over there? I have to switch off my priority on that thing now. Just in case other things spawn in. I'm sandwiched between a rock and a hard place at the moment. I'm also the only ship on my team currently this far forward. So it's going to be a bit difficult. Also, these shells are not behaving properly. Like, okay, they're going to go low. Yeah, but they're hitting up high. Also, so like most of my shells go low. Doesn't make sense. I am certainly not killing. Because this is, yeah, I'm being shot from every side. Don't think you can detonate a creatures off that easily. Yeah, it's like EC can be really fun, but the performance is just lackluster. And that can make the guns quite difficult. The gunnery quite difficult. Yeah, I'm just going for crew kills. At least. But if there's actually any crew compartments down there. Come on. The rear crew compartments are vulnerable. Should be. That could just should be going down now. There we go. Good, more anti-air opening up and stuff. Apparently. Oh, hello. How's your day going? God, lag. The frames. All of it. My front guns didn't even fire. I am most certainly the cause of most of the lag at the moment, I am not gonna lie. Yeah, those torpedoes are just coming straight for me. There we go. Although the belt must have eaten all of them. I do need to stop repairs though for possible flooding repairs. Doesn't seem like I need to though. Come on. There we go. Jesus. Yeah, if those torpedoes are not 4 meter depths, my belt is just eating all of them. mean, why would you use an SKR? Also, speaking of nobody, I'm literally shooting at one right now. Oh, that's why my anti-air is going crazy, because there's a coastal vessel within its range. I might actually just get my anti-air off of... There we go. Finally taken down. Boy. Well, we have spawn points for at least 4 more.
Losing buoyancy. All hands. Critical buoyancy. Heavy cruiser. Bearing 60. 11,000 meters.
Starboard your helm. Aye, stay starboard.
I refuse.
I will say I do like this map because it is literally just pushing a line. And it, like, I like Naval Sea to a certain, I really do. I like the fact you have so many actual player ships running around. And with various ship types, going from battle cruisers to light cruisers, heavy cruisers. It's a really good concept. It just... could be better.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Bearing 240.
Destroy the target.
Because you can't tell me that this doesn't look cool.
Pressure on. Victory is close.
Destroyer. Bearing 60. 11,000 meters.
There's something over there. There was a Hipper over somewhere. Could be. Yeah, naval queues can be really, really long for EC.
Light cruiser. Bearing 20.
The constant respawn at caps is kind of ridiculous, but again, that is just part of EC. You get used to it, you know how to deal with it. The best way to deal with it, because the only thing they really spam is destroyers, because they can't spam anything else. Now, there is an English Channel map, yes. I don't really like the English Channel map too much, because it's way too much open ocean. Where this one, I like this map because you're pushing along a line, you're just pushing along the coastline. Whilst the English Channel, you have to cross the channel to attack the ports. Yeah, I have played Denmark before, and it's just a bit... it's too big. Yeah. It's the... we have the map already as a giant open cap one circle map. This is literally that map. The boundaries are a bit bigger, I think, and then...
14,000 meters. Enemy listing and losing speed.
Excuse me?
Identified. Destroy.
What is...
Bearing
Oh, we have a cargo ship over there.
10,000 meters.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
Light cruiser. Bearing 280.
Yeah, I think Saipan is one. Because Saipan you have 2 fronts, basically, that have a single channel where you can go through to try and reinforce another front. I like Saipan as well.
Bearing 280.
But I think this one is probably still my favorite.
Light cruiser.
Because I just like pushing along the coast.
0.
Starboard your helm.
Aye, stay starboard.
Really, really simple objective. Which one is it again? Port Moresby, yep. I think there's also a... oh, what is it called again? I think there's another map like this where you have to just push along the coast.
Destroy the target.
Malta has different has 2 islands as well, but it's the map called Jungle, I think. Savo Island. What is that? What is that area again? It's a map with Savo Island on it. I think you also push along the coast.
Victory is close.
I don't know if it's still a Naval EC map though, but I know it used to be one. I think it used to be one at least.
15,000 meters.
Somebody attack him.
Engaging the enemy.
Somebody attack him.
Yeah, it might have not been. Iron Bottom Sound? Don't think that's what that is. No, what is it? Well, what is the Pacific battle called again with, that had Savo Island in it? What is that area called again?
1,000 meters.
The name is escaping me. We also do have a giant circle map on a giant you know, single cap map on that map. Guadalcanal, I think that's the one. It's called Jungle, I believe, in game.
Destroyer.
But I think that used to be a EC. There used to be an EC map on that map as well.
I agree.
Floating boat. Oh, they're spawning way further back,
Identified. Patrol
by the looks of it.
Bearing. 300. 8,000 meters.
Attack the enemy.
Oh no.
starboard all.
Hard to starboard. Aye.
Spotted on radar.
Oh, those are the jet attackers, never mind. They shouldn't bombard our
Meters.
ships.
Attack the enemy.
Helm, midships.
Helm midships. Aye.
Take him down.
Yeah.
Engaging the enemy.
Starboard your helm.
Already attacking the coastal defenses, lovely.
Direct hit.
And victory will be ours.
Target identified. Heavy.
That is another
Bearing.
Eugen slash Hipper.
0.
I think it's the Eugen. We already confirmed it's the Eugen in chat multiple times.
Attack the enemy. Destroyer.
Yep.
Bearing. 240. 8,000 meters.
Yeah, I think they decided to be smart, to be clever, and no longer spawn here instead of spawn somewhere else, or they've left.
Destroyer.
That is also an option.
280. 10,000
There are a lot of aircraft on my radar, and I don't like it.
light.
Where's Yep.
Bearing. 280. 13,000
Where's the guy requesting a tow?
Attack the
Oh,
enemy.
there.
Port your
Yeah, I don't have the mobility to try and tow something.
Need backup.
engines. All astern. Helm. Hard to starboard.
Maybe we can help him.
Hard to starboard. Aye.
Attack the enemy.
Well, prepare for the rubber banding, because it seems the jet attackers have come into range.
5,000 meters.
What the hell are those brokers doing? Having some fun by the looks of it. They might have, yeah. Just gone to our targets. Is a Heinkel one of... Yep, I need to prioritize it.
1,000 meters.
Oh boy, that's just all the 20 mils. There I go to 40 mils. And pop goes at wings. Oof. There goes the rubber banding. And we should be out of it now. Yep. Oh. Oh, Jesus.
Destroyer. Bearing. 220.
Yeah. His secondary gun, filled with armor piercing, sniped that Heinkel 111. It was quite a sight.
Target identified.
Yeah,
Fighter.
not having the spaded Alaska, not having the full
7,000
speed modifications is kind of hurting me in this match.
Begin damage control.
spotted on radar. Fighter. 5,000 meters.
Was it actually found in the files, the Arkansas? Oh, I don't remember anymore.
Hold your hell.
I'm going to have to look through my folder of those leaked models.
Spotted on radar. Fighter.
Ahead!
4,000 meters.
Target identified. Attacker.
Bearing. 300. 11,000 meters.
Negative. Oh, thanks.
Boy, there's quite a lot on my radar.
Attacker.
Bearing. 300. 13,000
Let's
meters.
just put it on 10 kilometers, that's more than far enough.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Bearing. 28.
That Mikhail isn't looking too good, but let's do it anyways.
Shells on target.
Pressure on. Victory is close.
Okay, what is capturing? That's one of those planes, I guess. I do think it's a bit weird where you can have a navally sea match and then there's so much stuff for aircraft to do as well.
Vessel sunk.
It's a bit weird to me.
Target
There's
identified.
still some
Bearing.
coastal batteries left.
4,000 meters. Direct hit.
Yeah, the Polar is a good ship. Anybody that says otherwise is not playing the Polar right. Although, I say that. A friend of mine is actually a really big fan of the Italian ships in game, or just anything Italian. And he kind of made the Polar into a joke, so much so that he bought it for several people. And he bought the Polar for me as well. And with the one thing that with the one condition being that I played on the next stream I did. So I played it on stream. The first ever match I played with the Polar, I got HE bugged by a Helena across the map, killing me instantly. Just outside of my spawn. It was a sad affair.
4,000 meters.
That is not good. That is not good at all.
Shells on target. Direct hit. Enemy ship on
Yeah, there was reference to... I know what you're talking about. It was when the... was it last update or the update before it? Apparently when you wanted to make a user camo for the... for one of the American cruisers. USS Arkansas came up.
Starboard your helm.
Which is kind of interesting. Also, I am so dead.
Identified. Destroyer.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm so dead. If those are 4-meter depth torpedoes, I am screwed.
Firefighting crew.
Oh no, no, look at them. They're all hitting the torpedo net. Ah,
Patrol vessel.
I'm safe.
20. 5.
But I am now no longer safe.
Damage control to repair parties. Compartment. Target identified.
We are capturing Bravo, so we are now doing it.
We are damaged. Enemy destroyed.
We have most of the zones.
Bravo! Attention to the map.
Target identified. Fighter.
Bearing. 40. 6,000 meters.
And the game is not yet over.
Well done.
Nope, it is not yet over. You know why? Because they still have spawn points.
Return.
Destroyer. Bearing. 80.
Most of the zones are under control.
Attack the enemy.
So yeah, our objective now is to hold.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Bearing. 260.
But game over. Apparently, the ticket just bled out.
Awesome.
And I'm top of the team. Well, I guess it is not too difficult being in Alaska, just blasting destroyers all match long. Let's actually see what the result of that was, right? You creaky chair. Nothing. Apparently. Yeah, that is a list of achievements. Nice. Okay, get a rangefinder. Let's get propeller replacement as well. Clearly. And I think primary armament targeting would be a good one. Hello, Tyrael, you just missed out on me finishing the first TC match. It was a fun match where I just obliterated everything in Alaska, although it did become quite costly. The thing is, okay, how long did I spend in that match? Roughly an hour and 15 minutes, I want to say. I think the RP earned is definitely good compared to what a normal match would be, but the SL? I mean, if you people watched my stream yesterday where I played the Moffat, I can easily outdo the SL earning. Although that RP earning was quite good. And it was a much more fun match compared to the normal RB matches. Yes. I did indeed top the scoreboard. I am thinking of running another one. Because this is a relatively short one. So unless anybody else wants to join me, I'll just get right into a queue. I guess so, yeah. Yeah, I bet if you're actually using premium ships a lot of the time in Naval Sea, you'd get a lot of RP out of it. I just want to compare the Alaska to Helena, for example. RP was 570 compared to, yeah, that would be a lot of RP earning. Actually, how much? Yeah, that was a good chunk towards the Nevada. I am kind of in the mood to play another tech tree, though. The Nevada was definitely fun. But I think I want to do Japan for my next one. I do have to make another lineup, though. Was this my... This is my lineup for another event, so let me change it. First thing first, what do we take as our first spawn? Kako? No, I think I'll take Akazuki. And then we go... What'll be our 5-0? I don't think we actually want to spawn any of the 5-0s. Agano will be a 5-3 intermediate. Then we'll take Awoba with us. We'll definitely take the Congo with us. Although that replaces the Agano. Can I actually take the Fuso? Yes, I could take Fuso. But do I have any? Oh, I don't have anything. Actually, no, the Fuso has stock sap, so that's still usable. Suboptimal, but usable. And Tonel, yeah, that should be a lineup that works. So let's just go at it again. I do not know if we're going to get the full French Navy Tech Tree next patch. I am hoping we do, genuinely. But we do not know. Cheeky, Tyrael, cheeky. One of these days I'll be a CC as well and I'll have the inside details. Although I need to actually make more videos instead of just streaming. My fears of not having parts is going to be a bit painful for EC, but that's fine. Awoba is... okay, I do have to be careful about what shells it has loaded. Agano is such an awkward ship. I really like the look of it, but it's just such an awkward ship. Oh yeah, you can help me repair it. Actually, any ship can help repair. And on Monday, I'll definitely do the French pre-order premiums again. So that's fresh in everybody's mind. Agano would be a bit much at 4-7, not gonna lie. Yeah, 4-7 is a bit much for the Agano. It's not against destroyers, it's a really good ship. But it's weird. It's awkward. It's like a bit too good to be 5-0. Although 5-3 is a bit high for it. Actually, no, it isn't. The Atlanta shouldn't be a 5-3. Really, because if you compare any other 5-3 to what an Atlanta is at 5-3, then no 5-3 seems right. 5-0 would definitely be better. Also, what I would like to see as a 5-3 for Japan is the Yoyodo. The Yoyodo is basically a light cruiser with 2 of the same turrets as Mikume or the Suzuya. Nope, I can't actually look at it now, yeah, can't I? Yeah, 2 of those triple 155 turrets at the front. Then a lot of anti-air and 4 dual 100mm mounts, which is such a nice anti-air gun. I would love to see that ship. That would make a great 5-3 cruiser, I think, for Japan. But oh well. Is it? I've played the Gretrouin recently as well, together with the Aigle. Although I kind of actually just alt-F4'd my game because of the matchmaking. There's nothing quite as soul-crushing as playing a 4-7 light cruiser against a full team of Moffats. Especially the current bots. The Agano does not have a slow rate of fire. 6 seconds. It's the same rate of fire as the American light cruisers. Let me double check that I'm not spouting nonsense. Yeah, 6 seconds. It's just that her ready rack is quite small and then it gets reduced to a 10-second reload. Yeah. I think it's 10 salvos. That's all the ready ammo the Agano has. 10 salvos. Yep, 20 shells. And then you go from 6 seconds, which is a perfectly respectable reload rate for a light cruiser, to 10 seconds or even longer. It's just so bad. Like if the Agano did not have a ready rack, if that was just an ammo elevator to the main magazines and kept a 6-second reload rate, that would be perfect for a 5-3 cruiser. But it is what it is, I guess. I'm also very sad the day that they removed those 2 triple 25s in the midships. Because apparently that was the wrong armament for this specific Agano. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think this is Agano's refit in that year, but there are other ships with more anti-air in the same class, although I'm not sure on that. Yeah, but I'm not quite sure how that reloads the front turret all that smoothly. It's going to be quite a daisy chain of guys just passing the ammunition. Yeah, I really wish this were just direct elevators. Would have been so much better. I think the heavy cruisers have a direct, yeah, they have a direct ammo elevator. Also, the main reason I'm choosing Aoba in the lineup now instead of Furutaka is just because of the radar and the anti-air. I actually value the Furitaka as being a better cruiser when it comes to just ship v ship engagements, but Aoba is much better for anti-air duties. That's another thing. A ship I would really like to see just purely for the meme potential is the refitted Hyuga or Ise, well, in this case Ise. The ones with the, that became battle carriers. Be so much fun. Yeah. Because I think the torpedo angles for Aoba are just slightly forward. Also for the Taka they go quite a bit forward. Yeah. In general I just want more Japanese ships. They're a bit, well, they're not lacking in the 5.0 range with the Kuma and Sendai. Isuzu is just, why is that thing still a 5.0? Kuma and Sendai are, well, they were alright until they butchered a 140mm gun. Kako is good at 4.7, Akazuki's fine. Nagano's a bit sad and her lonesome. No, the Ise was not, with the flight deck was not in that CDK leak. It was just a regular 6-turret Ise refit. I think I still have it on my computer somewhere. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. And now let's do something fancy. Go to scenes and we do... Hold on. That was the ship in the files all those quite a while ago. The Ise was just a refit. And now we go back. And we're still waiting in the queue. I think Shino Nozakari will be a bit much, although is my... Okay, it's catching up. Oh yeah, I saw about that Tyrael on your server. That's really nice, man. Although it is a bit weird to think about that like a War Thunder content creator is getting his video played at a museum. It's a bit... But yeah, if the museum thinks it's good enough, why not? I'm quite happy they gave us the full Pagoda Mast Fuso. I will be dead there as well. Yep. There is an AI light carrier in game. The Ryujo is one of those low poly models still, but it is still in game. I don't think there's any maps with them, but you can use it if you're like making your own missions. You can still have a Ryujo in the CDK. Although I am still really surprised at their addition of the updated carrier models a while ago. Like, why? Because they haven't really mass implemented them in the actual maps yet, have they? In actual in-game maps? Like, the only time I ever see the modernized carriers is for test drives, and that's about it. I think on like sim maps and Naval Sea, for example, you still see the modern carriers as a target, which is a bit annoying. But yeah. Oh, do they? Oh, that's good at least. But I'm still baffled at why they did it. Although those new HD carrier models are absolutely stunning. Still weird. Just a weird selection of ships as well. Just 3 American carriers, a Japanese and a British one. It also annoys me about Naval Sea that, okay, you had those modern carriers, right? And then they added all these modern cargo ships in as well. It feels off. Although we do have a surprising amount of post-war cruisers and other ships in game. Mainly American and Russian, of course. Yeah. I just want to see more things happen to Naval, really. The last few updates have made Top Tier a bit stale. There's like nothing really new coming to the game. There's some nice new battleships, of course. But other than that. Oh, they might have been updating the missions then with the modernized carriers. Or the, yeah, HD carriers. I wouldn't consider the mobile game a bit too much when it comes to additions to the main game. It's a completely different development team that does it as well. Also, I don't know how interchangeable their models are. Like, they're graphical models, not the damage models, not the other stuff. Just the graphical models. We're having a good time, waiting for almost 15 minutes for an EC match. That's why I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that this next update will come with the French Navy, and we'll have some really big stuff for Naval as well. I don't know if it's on the same engine or not, not at all. I'm not that tuned into the mobile War Thunder at the moment. I'm just hoping the next update will be big for Naval. There are carriers in the mobile War Thunder game. There are playable carriers, I think, in that game. Although not yet. But I think there wasn't the data points that are in there. I do have a video on the topic of playable carriers, although it's a bit old at this time. Not really my proudest work. Also, the mere concept of playable carriers is just a rabbit hole to dive into. It really is. In my personal opinion, though, when it comes to playable carriers, I think things like escort and light carriers should be pretty alright. If not even maybe a bit underpowered. But full-on fleet carriers is a bit of a... depends on the carrier then. And depends on the aircraft as well. Just weird. Because the more you think about how you should implement stuff like playable carriers, the weirder it gets. Like, there are some issues I genuinely don't know how you'd fix it. Like, I think one example I made to some people a while ago. Let's say you add a carrier of biplanes on it, right? We have nothing but biplanes. Something like the Hoshio for Japan, one of their first aircraft carriers, has nothing but biplanes. What BR do you give it? Or the Langley, for example. What battle rating do you give it? Like, because at any battle rating you give it, except for like 1.0 and 1.3, but that's never going to happen with carriers, is that if the enemy just spawns an aircraft from their lineup at their BR, it's going to shoot down an entire air group if that carrier carries nothing but biplanes. Oh yeah, the low end BR cap for EC is annoying. What is the cap again? Yeah, allowed vessels 3.3 to 7.0. So you can't spawn anything lower than 3.3. Okay, so you spawn is. So let's say Deutschland, you then have a Langley at 3.0, right? With nothing but biplanes. Would you look at that? Those biplanes are going to get torn to shreds. Hoshio, well, actually, now that Hoshio would have had decently powerful guns. Of course, they've messed around with the 140s and they're next to useless now. But the Hoshio has two 140 mils on either side of the ship. Yes, exactly the same thing. I would love to have a playable carrier, not really to like do stuff in actual matches, but just the custom matches, the cinematics, just the fun of sailing around with a carrier and having other people land on the ship. Yeah. I mean, I do kind of understand the reason they put a BR cap on the coastal vessels is because could you imagine like spawning in a Sokote, the Joker that spawns that in a naval EC? But yeah, there's plenty of coastal vessels underneath 3.3 that would be really interesting for EC. Actually, most coastal vessels above 3.3 aren't exactly the ship you don't want to use in naval EC. Like, why would you use a frigate when you're going to spawn a destroyer for free? Well, actually, aren't frigates more expensive than destroyers to spawn in as well? Like, let's say I want to spawn in the Ayanami. 22,000 compared to Akizuki's 3,000? 3.6? Was I looking at the correct number? Yeah. Like, why would you... Yeah. We have been in the Naval EC queue for 20 minutes, the true EC experience. And at this rate, I might actually not have enough time to play another EC match. Yeah, definitely submarines are much easier to do than carriers when it comes to balancing, in my opinion. Like, the idea I have for submarines is you make sure you always add submarines with deck guns on them, be it a 50 cal or anything, like a 7.7 or anything above it. You put them with the coastal vessels, like the battle ratings of coastal vessels, because coastal vessels also have a lot of depth charges to deal with submarines, and you just throw them there and see what happens. Then if people up-tier the submarines where they're incredibly slow, the torpedoes are slow, stuff like that, and they don't have good matches, then that's on them. It might be because I'm in a squad QD, but I don't know. Tacoma class. I'm not too familiar with ships, to be very honest. Except if they're maybe Japanese. The Koma class, what are they again? Frigates, right? They look pretty alright. No, Hoquiam. I've not been able to get Hoquiam. I just cannot be bothered trying to go up the US coastal tree. It looks... the thing is, it looks interesting, but I don't think it does too well at... What is it, 3.7? That's rough for only having 3 76s and not even fast-firing 76s. But yeah, the RP cost for stuff like that is all down to what happened with the naval split back in New Power, when they added battleships. Could have sworn that in the past there wasn't a battle rating cap for coastal vessels, like there is now in EC. Oh well. Oh really? Oh, that's quite interesting. Then again, there's really a ton of interesting ships you could still add, but just aren't. Although I do guess the models for ships are a bit more time consuming to make. Although I'm not even really that sure if that's really the case, although if you look at it, you can't really compare them to stuff like jet aircraft or tanks with all this stuff protruding. But yeah, there's plenty of ships you could still add. The thing is, I would kind of... The 40mm pom-poms would be alright if only you actually saw them in higher quantities. I think the most you ever see on a ship is 2. Which is just... no. I am going to say that I am going to just stop the queue at half an hour and play some regular matches. Because sitting in the queue for half an hour is a bit long enough, I think. I'm actually surprised so many of you are still in this chat. I think I'm just... What should I play if I'm going to play regular matches? You know what I'm going to play after, if I don't get a match? I'm going to play 2.0 and below coastals. Because fun. The thing is, I really like the Congos. And I haven't really played the Fuso yet, because I have nothing to research with it. Also, I am going to say, Keaton, technically speaking, I'm not yet part of the CC program for War Thunder, which I'm very sad about. But yeah. Also, Tyrael is actually a CC for War Thunder, and also does naval stuff. So he can get all the goodies early. Lucky him. Although, to be honest, the only real reason I'd want to be in the CC program is just to have all the stuff on the dev server. Because it can be quite annoying. Let's say they add the Bismarck next update for some reason. I don't think it's that possible, but they could. I would not be able to test sail the Bismarck, which would be missing out so much. But oh well. Guess I'll just do it the good old... I'll just do it the hard way and get up the trees myself. Most certainly. I need to look at the Turpid model again whilst I'm still here. Yeah, the one that was data mined, right? Where was it? It does indeed look like it's just 20 mils on it, although it's very pixelated. We're not necessarily talking about the one from the original Naval trailer. We're talking about the one that was also part of the giant model leaks from a while ago. And I don't think it's the same model, because I believe the model from the Masters of the Sea trailer had red turrets, which the one from the leak didn't. Yeah, but I'm really unsure of what to do with shorts, like what content to make from it. Because the kind of content that I want to make is streams just for gameplay purposes. Individual things, I could do individual ship reviews, like really lightning fast, but I don't really like doing that as a short. I like going in depth with them. Although my in-depth reviews don't really last longer than 6 minutes anyways. Then I have my tutorials, which I really should get back into, but that's, yeah, gonna take a while. Ship reviews are probably the easiest to do shorts on, if you're lightning fast with them. But then I kind of have to rush myself, and that's not really the ideal thing to do with YouTube Shorts. I mean, like how they introduced the Hugh at one point, where the belt was flipped in values, or they just introduced it wrong. Yeah, I could do stuff like that. I'm really going to have to look into what to make for the shorts. It still baffles me we actually got a Harana like for an event ship. It is such a weird thing to have, just a top tier ship for an event ship. And we're at the half-hour mark, so I think, Deutschland, I'm going to have to leave you be, and we're going to play 2.0 Coastal and Below. Is Harden actually still cheap? But yeah, we're going to exit this queue. And I'm just going to play Lothar Coastal. Yeah, that's fine. What coastal to play, though? I know Japan has fun Lothar Coastal. Britain doesn't. Not really in the mood for the Russians. I don't want to do Germans. The Americans have that thing. If that was 2.0, it would be perfect. Italy, not too bad. We of course don't have any others. I think I'll swap between Italy and Japan on frequently. Harana being cheap is very odd to me. Although many people keep saying that the Congo is a really bad ship, like it's really fragile, really this and that. It's not that bad. Genuinely isn't. Okay, so we have Italian lineup. Let's just go to Japan and make a lineup for them as well. That was a lineup for something else, I think. Can I add them? I can add another one, okay. So that'll be 1-3, 1-7-3, 7. And then, where is it? There it is. Yeah, I think because Coastal is also a bit easier to make shorts with because the action is more intense and fast-paced. Let's just see what is what and where goes where. This should be a pretty fun lineup. Are you going to join me? Deutschland with 1-7. I'll be aware, Tyrrell, don't worry. I'll be very aware. Yeah, I think he's making his lineup. $30 for a Harana? That's almost a steal. Also, that is with a lot of bias coming from me because I like the Japanese ships a lot. Okay, so he's readying up for a... Ah, yeah, the plane doesn't get counted because it's too high in battle rating. Immediately find a match. Immediately. That's actually pretty rare for Coastal at this BR, to find a match immediately. Why did we get this map? It's very big for Coastal only. It's a small match, but that is quite usual for Coastal only. Ah, yeah. The Baltimore definitely is a solid cruiser to have. The Dachi is a very expensive ship nowadays. Although no longer really that unique. Ah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the sub change will made them a bit... Although they're still way more effective than ships that just have high explosive as stock grinders. Also, I love how this thing is still broken, where the guns don't actually have to elevate over the thing in the front. The Japanese destroyers were my favorites as well for a very long time, until HE changes, and HE no longer does next to nothing. Is the Tiger there? I think that the Tiger is not the most expensive ship, I believe. It's quite expensive, but not the most expensive. Because people have been unlocking it with some of those SL crates you get every now and then. So the price fluctuates on Tiger quite a bit. That is the one event ship I regret not getting, HMS Tiger. I'm going to have to double check which one is more expensive, because Tiger can go north of 100 as well. I've seen it north of 100 though. Yeah. And the gamble boxes can make the Tiger's price fluctuate quite a bit. Like before, the thing is there was a patch for quite a while where the destroyers did have the current damage models, you know, where the internal crew stuff, but where high explosive actually did damage to destroyers. There was like one update for a few weeks where that actually worked, and it was so amazing. I love rough water in my coastal vessels. It makes it very easy to hit targets. That is sarcasm, by the way. Oh yeah, the Japanese 25s are really good, but these are just 220s. They're not the 25s. That's also actually quite interesting. You can tell by the armament of a Japanese vessel whether it's an army or a navy blue coastal vessel. Like for example, this boat is a army vessel. Oh yeah, Flooded City is a really fun coastal map. Really fun. Because it almost plays like a tank map, but everybody is basically a light tank with a lot of maneuverability. Unless somebody is spawning in some sub-chaser that's really big. Yeah. This is an army boat because it uses the army's 20mm guns, and I think it's a 37 in the front. Is it a 37? It is a 37. Yep. It's the gun of the tanks. Of the low BR tanks. Oh boy. That's an artillery strike that I almost got hit by. Oh, that's a player. Yep, that's a player. It's really a shame that the Flooded City map is such a rare map for coastal vessels. This is really fun. There was another ship as well, the Aichen Isuzu, that anti-air cruiser, was really good when it was originally released. Really good. Like that thing, if any destroyer got within 3 kilometers of an Aichen Isuzu, back when it was released, it just melted instantly. There we go. Enemy aircraft up? Let's duke it. I have to be very careful about that Stuka. I have to keep a good eye on it. Yep, there it is. I can hear it, hold on. Yep, he's getting shot at. Yeah. Oh. Mind. We should actually capture A, shouldn't we? The frigates back when they had coastal spawns were evil. And the Shonan was no exception. I don't think I played it back when it had a coastal spawn. But that sounds absolutely evil. That thing with, oh, yeah, no, those 25s would have shredded any opposition. Capturing Bravo behind us. Yeah, the M82 having a coastal spawn is a bit weird. Although the M82 is not classed as a frigate, so that's why. But yeah, it's a bit... Although the M82 going up to 3.7 has already practically ruined its usability. It's no longer as spammed as it used to be. 2017. Oh, it's diving for me. Come on, get closer. The thing is, I'm firing AP, so I need multiple good hits. Assist, that's fine. I guess this would be a premium vessel I'd actually recommend to people as well to get during the sale. Because as long as the like frontal gun arc is broken on this boat, it's such a fun vessel. And it being a 1.7, it means it's protected from ever having to face destroyers. This isn't, in general, this is a fun boat. What do we have there? Okay, north. R130, and I'm very tempted to throw artillery on it. Oh boy.
ターゲット特定小型艦
方位80 2000メートル
Launching an attack.
ターゲット特定小型艦
80 2000メートル
機関第一戦速
敵に命中小型艦後方4000メートル
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
Ouch, 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 ouch. There goes my gun as well.
急げ
遠い配置につけ後艦は大きな損傷を受けた小型艦前方2000メートル直撃
Yeah, the naval, they've really done a good job with the naval voice lines. Although some are definitely better than others.
敵に命中
Yeah.
航空攻撃警戒
This reminds me, I've actually recently been able to get myself Battle Station Specific. No, Battle Stations, yeah, Pacific.
配置につけ
It takes me some time to get used to the controls of that game, though.
取り舵
了解
Enemy aircraft again. Oh, is that a cannon Stuka? It is.
面舵
了解面舵
Oh, what's that? Ooh, that's a dangerous boat. That's a very dangerous boat.
1000メートル
ターゲット特定
Very
小
dangerous
型
boat.
艦
160 1000メートル
機関
Come on, can I finish it off? Can I finish it off? No, I can't. The gun wasn't stable enough.
動員艦を放棄
Then Type T-38 is next.
面舵
Which has torpedoes? I need to re-equip them then. This is also one of my favorite coastal vessels for Japan because at 25 with 360 degrees of fire is a really good gun for a coastal.
Designated grid square.
It's a bit on the slow side though.
小型艦前方3000メートル
動員配置につけ敵艦接近
Commencing attack. We've captured most of the strategic zones.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
They're capturing A, that's not good.
Defend the sea point.
We only have AIs next to C.
左舷4000メートル
ターゲット特定小型艦
方位140 4000メートル
Yeah, but there is one voice line about the German ones that is really kind of annoying. And that is how they call out a battleship.
警戒
You see, the appropriate German word for battleship is Schlachtschiff. But they say Kampfschiff instead. Like the same way you have Kampf, like a Kampfwagen, like a battle, you know. But it's not the right word for battle. which is really quite... Yeah, once you know it, you can't unhear it. And it's really... It is not an alternative version of saying it. It is not a correct way of saying it at all. I know a German or two, and yeah, that is just not how you say it.
小型艦左舷
Because the two words mean completely different things. They're different. I don't think English has an appropriate difference between the two words. But in German they definitely do have a difference in meaning. Like, I think one is closer to an actual battle, where the other one is like a field battle, something along those lines. I'm not quite sure what the exact translation would be. Gunship might be for a general warship, but I'm not sure. You know what I should do? The crew will actually call out cargo ships as warships. I should try and lock onto one of those with a German ship and see what it says. I think it actually says merchant ship then, doesn't it? If you lock onto a cargo ship. I'd have to test it out. Proper American voice lines would be cool as well, yes. I'm just gonna flip-flop between the two lineups. Ready. Let's play realistic battles though. I prefer to play that instead of arcade. Actually, how much SL did I just make from that match? Almost 50,000. There really aren't that many coastal vessels that are actually worth getting for premiums. Like, out of the two of them, Spartaviero is maybe the better one, although I've heard it's quite annoying to deal with the unstable platform for the 76. I would not recommend Falaga. If Gabbiano is anything to go by, Falaga is not a good ship. One day, maybe, who knows. Well, she is going to be better than Gabbiano, that's for sure, but is it worthwhile getting it as a premium ship to grind the Italians with? Not so sure. Wait, Falaga has radar? What do you mean? Because if Falaga has radar, that's actually kind of neat. Huh. Interesting. Also, I'm seeing my internet connection starting to do funny things in my stream. So it's probably just going to be one more match and that'll be it for tonight. Well, you can track any plane you log onto. That's just the thing on any ship. Unless you specifically mean something that I'm not quite understanding. We're getting a long queue time. Like going crazy there for a second. I am not entirely sure what the AI models are like. What AI ship models we actually have in game. You get a lead indicator but no actual radar. That's weird. The other thing as well, every time a sale rolls around, you have people saying, oh, you should... I think especially the European Canadian does it almost every time you have the anniversary sales, go over all the premiums that should be worth it. I don't really think that's a good thing to do. Because unlike some other game, they tend to fiddle around with premium ships just as freely as any other ship. Like, for example, for years, people recommended get the Moffat, it's a very good ship, get the Moffat. So you have a lot of videos out there saying the Moffat is a good premium to get. And then the Frank Knox was introduced, and now you just should drop the Moffat like a brick. But people haven't really been saying, well, I've been saying a lot that get the Frank Knox, it's really good, instead of getting the Moffat. But I haven't really been seeing a lot of other people say that. Ooh, a rare map and a rare game mode. I think the Stefano tour up there will be good. This is a rare treat. I really like this game mode. It's a really fun game mode for Coastal. It's also a really quick one.
Timone a babordo. Sì, signore. Mi pare a babordo.
Yeah, it's a game mode you don't see often nowadays. It's a 4-man squad. Oh boy.
Timone a tribordo. Sì, signore. Virare a tribordo.
Yep. It's a game mode you'll only see in low-tier coastal vessels. Yeah, the machine gun layout it's quite funky on this ship. It's like almost there's been placed as an afterthought rather than anything else. So for those unaware of what this game mode is, I think it's pretty self-explanatory when you look at the caps. If you capture both points, a final cap unlocks, you capture the final cap, you win immediately. But the tickets still bleed when you capture any one of the other 2 points, and they bleed very quickly. So these matches tend to be over very quickly as well. Which is a bit of a shame, because they can be really fun. And this is also one of my favorite coastal maps. Is it Arabian Sea? Yeah, Arabian Sea. Back in the day when coastal matches were really filled out a lot, because you had to, Arabian Sea was quite common, and it's just, I like this map a lot. So some gunfire coming from over there, but
Motori indietro tutta.
2 kilometers is a bit too far for these machine guns, isn't it? Okay. Ah, that's the big one, isn't it?
Timone a babordo. Sì, signore.
Was it marked? Is it marked? Marked again on the map? And we have artillery to use.
Timone a
Lead
tribordo.
properly.
Sì, signore. Virare a tribordo. Nemico colpito.
He's in the middle of my artillery strike.
Virare tutto a babordo. Tutto a babordo. Timone a mezza nave.
Come on, artillery. Come on, artillery. Nothing? Nothing? Really? With 2 ships right in the middle of it? Oh, that's a disappointment. I need to get out of here though. Quick.
Posti di combattimento. Nemico avvistato. Nemico colpito.
Mark again. buoyancy is critical, that's not good. And I'm also on fire. Ah.
1000 metri.
Why is my bridge repairing? Because of course it is.
Controllo dei danni alle
I am quite surprised I got no
controllo degli scompartimenti.
kills with artillery, with two ships just in the middle of it.
Rilevato! Allagamento dello scompartimento!
Attention to the map.
Okay, I think object permanence was a bit far-fetched on those two people.
Into the designated grid square.
We don't have the advantage anymore.
Oh, what's here? Another S-38. Look at him actually pushing up more carefully.
Motori, arresto totale.
Launching an attack.
There we go. Like, when you can get really close, these machine guns will do a lot of damage very quickly.
L'integrità della tenuta stagna.
Rockets, okay.
We are losing.
Nave nemica affondata. Colpo diretto.
Bersaglio individuato. Barca.
Bussola. 200.
Most of our team is up here, which is not really too good.
Nemico distrutto. Bersaglio colpito. Abbiamo subito danni. Nemico colpito. Pericolo di acque poco profonde avanti.
Timone, a mezza nave.
Defend the sea point.
We don't have to defend anything, we just have to capture this point.
Mirare a tribordo.
Top ship I want to see right now is definitely the Yoyodo. 100% the Yoyodo. Japanese cruiser, 6 155mm guns and 2/3 at the front. A 4 dual 100mm as anti-armament, a bunch of 25s,
Arresto totale.
and I think quite a few scout planes as well, and that's it. It's the one... Like, currently, the Agano is the icon I use for my YouTube channel, but the Yoyodo would become it instantly.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
The smoke screen was a bit unnecessary, not gonna lie, but that's fine.
A bordo! 2000 metri!
Colpo diretto.
I love stable oceans.
Liberazione. Guida compromessa.
I'm actually quite surprised the oceans is this rough, even though it's just a pure coastal match.
Bersaglio
I lost quite a few of my guns there.
Barca.
Instantly repaired, because they're just little pintle mines, whatever you call them. Might be the weather setting, yeah.
Colpo diretto.
Riparare le parti. Iniziare il controllo dei danni.
Also, I really wish for smooth oceans right now.
Tutto a tribordo.
The waves are just rocking my guns around. Come on. That LS3 is living on borrowed time. Come on. Oh. Oh. I did not notice the torpedoes.
A tutto l'equipaggio.
Now I'm going to spawn down south in something quick. Is it fast quick? No, it is not. Let's reserve them. Like the Italian... Ah, but this is the old one, isn't it? Not the good one. Damn. Whoops. The Italian reserve actually is a really good reserve vessel because it's 120mm and 250 cals. But this is the old one, before they replaced it. And this one only has the single 20mm.
Bersaglio individuato. Barca.
220. 3000 metri.
Motori a 2 terzi.
Nemico colpito.
Barca! A tribordo! 2000 metri!
The enemy is winning. We must
They're
counter.
capturing A again. That is my arty strike.
Barca.
Bussola. 240.
What is my torpedo speed? 81 kph, that's good.
Attack the enemy.
Allarme attacco aereo.
Bersaglio individuato. Barca.
Yeah, I could really do some smooth oceans right now, not gonna lie.
Forces have captured a zone.
Okay, that's a very delayed torpedo launch. No. That I believe is that is the proper Italian reserve. Like the actual good one. There goes my gun. Come on.
Timone a tribordo!
Sì, signore! Stilare a tribordo!
I heard an aircraft engine, but yep, that will happen as well.
A tutto l'equipaggio!
Yeah, modern boats are kind of outside of my wheelhouse. I'm not, but I know several people that would love to see more surface-to-air missile ships. That's for sure. 220s, but I think this one has better gun arcs. And I mean, at this point, I'm also kind of over the battleships. Although, of course, I'd still love to have a Yamato at some point. I'm more a bit of a carrier fanboy. I'd love to see carriers and submarines as well.
Bersaglio individuato. Barca.
2000 metri.
This is a much more stable gun platform by the looks of it.
Sì, signore. Girare a babordo. Corpo stretto. Barca. A tribordo. 3000 metri. Bersaglio colpito.
I say that, but I'm still not hitting anything.
Colpo diretto.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Come on, a few more good magazines should be the end of that minesweeper.
Nave nemica affondata. Timone a tribordo.
Sì, signore. Girare a tribordo.
Allarme attacco aereo.
Fighter. Avanti. 2000 metri.
Most of the zones are taken by the enemy.
The only thing I'm worried about if they're going to add stuff like modern missile ships is that they're going to put them in the coastal tree after all the frigates. And then trying to get up the coastal tree if you're already not up there is going to be very difficult. Although, if they actually give people a reason to grind the coastal tree again, the coastal matchmaking might be a bit more forgiving, but I'm doubtful.
Nave nemica affondata.
Protect the B point.
Allarme attacco aereo.
Timone a mezza nave.
I think the big ship gameplay is still pretty alright, it's just that the bot problem nowadays has really put a damper on it. Like, it's still playable naval at the moment, but it's so boring.
Missione non
It's just mind-numbing after a while of fighting nothing but Highlanders and Moffats. The other problem is, well, that most of the maps aren't really properly designed for big ships. I don't think we have a single map that's... Actually, no. There is one or two maps, I would say, that are actually properly designed for big ships. That is South Kvarken. And actually, Aleutian Islands is pretty good for big ships as well, but you don't see any big ships on it. And what is the other one called again? Let me check. This one, Palau Islands, is really good for big ships too. But I think genuinely, like South Kvarken, Palau Islands, and Aleutian Islands, if you ever see the big version of it, but you don't, are really good big ship maps. Technically speaking, New Zealand Cape is actually not too bad for big ships too, but is quite literally unplayable for coastals, and destroyers, just no, it's not fun. But cruisers and up is really good in New Zealand Cape as well, in my opinion. But yep, that's gonna be that. Yeah, it's getting quite late. I think I'm going to leave it at that for today. Thank you as usual for coming and watching my stream. And next one will be Monday. What am I going to do on Monday? Well, I'll figure it out what I'll do on Monday. I'm still trying to make a... that's right, I was going to do the French ships again on Monday, the French pre-orders. These two. I still really need to make a review video on the two of them as well. But yeah. Yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching as usual. And I'll see you all in the next one.